What's up, everybody? It's your boy J Hug, man. Save Our Youth. It's still on that. We still on that. Even though people don't subscribe and listen to my little videos and stuff like that, I'm still gonna come in once in a while and talk about how these old school dudes that come up here every day and talk about how tough they was and how they ran the prisons, how they did this, how they stabbed this person, how they was the big homie over here and the big homie in this jail, telling all these war stories. And you got people that want to listen to that stuff because they never lived it and they feel like it's exciting to them until they're in that situation. Then it ain't so exciting no more. But they love to hear it and they love to say, "Oh man, you the man. Oh you tough. Oh, I respect you. Oh, you got it going on. I'm subscribing to your channel. I'm sending you money." Really? So that's what we doing now. We misleading these kids out here. I don't hear none of you cats talk about school, staying in school, going to college, trying to be your own entrepreneur, build your business, your brand. I don't hear none of that. I just hear how tough y'all used to be and how y'all still connected to the games at 50. I am 50 something years old. Picture me talking about who I can beat on the block or what gang I'm running or how tough I am or what jail I've been in. I tell people all the time, I did half of my life in jail, but I'm not gonna sit there and give you no damn war stories about jail because that shit was the worst time of my life. And there is no one tough motherfucker in jail. There's a whole lot of tough motherfuckers. It's not just one. Ain't no one dude running shit. So when them dudes get up here telling you that shit, they lying to you. They ain't run nothing. You know who run the jail? The motherfuckers in them blue shirts and them white shirts. The COs, that's who run shit. Because they can lock your ass in seg and beat the shit out of you and keep you locked in seg until you heal up. And your family can't even see you to check on you to see if you're all right. Because most of us come from poor communities and we don't have lawyers. We can't have lawyers go to the jail and check on you because we don't got the money to pay. And that's the bottom line. I wish you old cats get up here and start talking about, I can name names, but I'm not going to do that because I ain't here to put nobody down. But y'all need to get up here and start your messages off positive and don't talk about the streets or jail, period. Don't talk about the streets or jail, period. Talk about something positive. Talk about how to start a business. Show people how to fill out applications. Show people how to conduct themselves on an interview. Show people how to start a small business. Show people how to go to school for free. Show people how to get the grants for free. That's the type of stuff you should be doing. All this street stuff, all you're doing is trying to build your ego up by talking about yourself. Like I tell people all the time, you can be who you want to be on this camera, man. You can be who you want to be. I can come up here and tell you I'm a millionaire, go get some prop money and be showing money and doing all that dumb shit, jewelry. That don't mean you got money. Because people with money don't have to do that. Money is a necessity. Everybody has to have it to survive. Then if you got so much money, why don't you donate some to somebody that could use it? Up here every day bragging about motherfuckers put on their Sunday best to come in front of a camera and talk about how tough you was, how you was down with this gang, how you ran shit, how nobody touched you, how nobody did this. We don't know if none of that shit true. Oh yeah, my homie could back it up. Who cares, man? You're in your 50s. Stop it. These young kids out here with guns killing people. They don't give a damn who you used to be. It's crazy. Just like it was crazy when a basketball player went over to O Block and said, "This is how you check in when you connected." So you checked in with some people you old enough to be their grandfather, and you call yourself checking in to a neighborhood where it's just corrupt and drug infested, crack infested, niggas shooting each other and robbing each other and going crazy, beefing with each other, and you go there and talk about you checked in to put fuel in these young boys' back, put batteries in their back, acting like it's really about something. And you's a fool, man. You play basketball for all them years and then you get up to run like you tough. You ain't tough, man. You's a basketball player, man. You ain't never been to jail and did nothing. So stop acting like you so tough and connected to the streets, because if you was connected to the streets, you wouldn't be on TV. You wouldn't be doing these podcasts. The people you hang out with, they not street people, they're not thugs. They're professional athletes. So stop it with the you tough. You should have been over there trying to talk to these kids. See why they ain't in school or did they graduate? That's what you should have did. It's a fool. What's up, Ness? It's been a long time, right? That's because, you know, people don't want to hear nothing positive. They want to hear all negativity, man. And I ain't got no negative stories for them. I got some, but I ain't going to put that up here. You know, it's about doing the right thing, man, and showing these young kids the right way, man. I'm at work now. I work with the homeless, man. Outreach for the homeless. They don't pay shit, but, you know, the work is satisfying when you can help somebody. Yeah, I'm just getting tired of all these dudes, man. These old dudes in their 50s coming up here talking about how tough they are, how they used to run this and run the prison and run this, and they never got touched and they stabbed so many people. Respect, man. I got respect for you too, Ness. I got respect for you too, bro. You one of the ones that always show love, man. You know, people, I don't understand it, man. People just don't want to, if it's negative, they'll tune in. But if it's positive, you know, you don't get the views and the likes that you should, man. So, you know, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, man. You know, come up here once in a while and just try to give a positive message because these kids is killing each other. And people don't understand. Like, I live in New Haven. There's so much murder and shootings going on in this small city, man. And it don't get talked about nowhere on national news. If it ain't local news, they don't even hear about it. You know? If it ain't on the local news, man, nobody will never know how much destruction goes on in this little town called New Haven, Connecticut. Bridgeport, Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut, Waterbury, Connecticut. These young kids are out of control, man. They really are. They're out of control. And it's like nobody's doing nothing to help these kids. Everybody's scared of them. I talk to the kids, man. I don't go around there and say, you know, I've been in jail this long and I did this, I did that. They don't want to hear that shit. I tell them what I'm doing now, what I'm trying to do, how I'm trying to help, how I'm out in the community. People wonder why I be out in the community, like hanging around people that's doing negative shit. Because that's where I came from. And I'm not scared to be around people because they're just people. People, most of them caught up in a bad situation and don't know how to get out of it. So if I can shed some light on a young brother or sister, then I'm going to do that. And that's our problem now. Everybody's scared to come around. Exactly. All that money, just like the money that goes to the homeless. Over, what they say, 50-something billion goes towards homelessness, but none of it, not one penny of it goes to house the homeless. It's warming centers, to feed people that's homeless. You know, they can go different outlets and get dinner, breakfast, stuff like that. You know, passing out stuff to them, information on information on different places you can go to take a shower, stuff like that. But none of that money goes towards housing the homeless. None of it. And that kind of blew my mind when I read that. 50-something billion, none of it goes towards housing people. And that's the problem, because they want it to stay like this. They want it to stay like this so it can be a revolving door, recidivism of homelessness. You know what I'm saying? It is crazy, man. I can't believe it, man. When I read that, I was like, wow, 50-something billion, none of it goes towards housing nobody? And in New Haven, we got one shelter for men. We got 2 shelters for women. Everybody else, you know what people go at? They go to the train station, man. They go to the train station to get warm in the wintertime. They let them sit in there from 1 o'clock a.m. They put them out at 4 a.m. and then they can come back in at 6. But now the train station is getting ready to come up with something where they're going to kick them out. I don't even know if that's legal. Like, how are you going to know who's waiting for the train, who's not waiting for the train? I guess they can tell by the everydays, but I don't know how that's going to work. But they're about to kick them out of there, so they're not going to have nowhere to go. So now they got all these warming centers that they invest money in with no beds, nowhere to lay down and get comfortable. It's just, you got to sit up at a table. We got one in Hamden, Connecticut, where they can lay on the floor, but once they full at capacity, everybody else that come, they get turned away. But it's been so cold, how you can't turn nobody away, so everybody's crowded, standing around or sitting around in the corner. Yeah, that's why. you know, everybody's leaving too, man. It's like we're down like 4 case managers here because they don't pay shit, and that's just the reality of it. They don't pay nothing, man, and it's like everybody's leaving for better jobs, and I'm not mad at them. You know, if I was getting paid accordingly to my degrees, then I wouldn't mind being. But I gotta live. I gotta survive. You know, I don't want to just leave people for dead. So that's the only reason I'm still here, because I'm gonna try to help the people that's on my caseload before I end up leaving. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell these people, if y'all can come up with a way to pay people more money, maybe people will hang around. All this work for a little bit of money is not adding up when it's time to pay your bills. You know? But I'm gonna stay committed. Hopefully everybody else, you know, that gets hired in the future stays committed, because right now it's not. Look, I'm in the office by myself. Look, the other desk empty. It's my desk right here. You know, I've been working by myself. I had a coworker for a month. They quit. They said the pay ain't worth it. They went and got another job. So I guess they wasn't committed. So I don't know what to tell them. But, you know, yeah, man. Yeah, that's how it is. It's terrible. I know I haven't been up here in a while, man, because I get frustrated because I see everybody tune in for the negative shit. Nobody tunes in for the positive. I don't know if my videos ain't getting to the right people or the people that care. I don't understand what it be. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we deal with mostly, is the mental health, man. That's the biggest problem, because say they do, because we deal with 211, and that's like United Way. So people homeless and stuff like that, they got to call 211, let them know they're homeless. People have to come out from 211 and verify them. People have to come out and verify them being homeless. They have to show me where you sleep at outside. And I think that's ridiculous. But that's the way. You have to show them where you sleep outside. Then they say, okay, this person's homeless. They put you on this list. It's called an FCF First Contact Form. You fill out the form. They go on the list for Monday's meeting. Once they have Monday meeting, they assign them to a case manager. Boom. Once they get assigned to a case manager, now they have to get all this stuff, all their IDs. If they don't have them, the case manager has to get all their IDs. You have to get a verification of their homelessness, verification of their disability. Upload all this stuff to 211. 211 puts them on a list to be matched to some kind of housing. And you have to be chronic, which is a year of homelessness, before you can really get matched to something. You don't have to be, but it helps to have a year because you get something quicker. But that list is so long, some people waiting forever to get matched to some kind of housing. And a lot of people don't have their ID. Some people's not from this country, so their ID, they got to try to, like I got a couple Spanish guys, they don't have their IDs and their green cards and stuff, so all this stuff is in Puerto Rico, and you know, since they had their hurricane, everything got destroyed. So we have nowhere getting their stuff. And there's no exceptions to these rules, like if you don't have this stuff, you can't get matched. And that's the tough part, because if all this stuff got damaged in the hurricane, it should be some kind of laws that say, okay, we know who this guy is. Let's make him some new green cards or something. Like, we know who he is. Like, he has an old expired green card. Like, why we can't go with that and get him a new one? And I've been trying to deal with this for over a year, bro. Trying to help this dude, man. You know, it is some high points. You know, I have got a few people housed, in vouchers. But like you said, the mental health of it, some of these dudes, you get them housed, and their mental health is so bad that they're not going to pay rent. They're not going to stay in the house. They're going to let a bunch of people come live with them. You know, the homeless people that they've been with for years, they let them come into the house. Now the landlord's mad. They're not paying their rent. They got all kind of people running in and out. Now the landlord wants them out. So we deal with that a lot too. So I say, why house somebody? They talk about housing first. But yeah, I think it should be mental health and substance abuse first. Because if these people are using and getting high or mentally disturbed because of their mental health issues, they're not gonna make it. And that's what I think they depend on. They depend on that. So people can end up homeless again, and they can seem like they're doing good because they document when they help a person, but they don't document when a person mess up. They don't document when a person gets evicted from a house, from housing help that you gave that person. You'll document that you helped him, but you won't document that he failed. And that's where the game is twisted at. And I'm not gonna be a part of that. So I only try to house people that's ready to get housed. Everybody else, I try to shift them towards going to a program or getting some kind of mental health clinician. I can work in that field too because I went to school for that too. But I just feel like being on the front line is more of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Sitting up in the office, seeing somebody once a week, making sure they're taking their medication, that's not something I want to do. I want to be out here trying to help people and guide them the right way. So I try to hook my people with mental health services, give them referrals for mental health services, try to talk them into going to substance abuse programs and stuff like that. Some people rebel against it because they're not ready to stop. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it, Ness. Some people just not ready to stop using, man, and there's nothing I can do to sway them. So if they're not ready, they're just not ready. There's nothing you can do. You can't make somebody want to stop doing something. So if they choose to keep on doing that, all I can do is support them and make sure they're warm and make sure they got a place to be when it's cold outside. And so that's what I do. So it's a complex position. Is it stressful? Definitely. Because I got my own problems, you know what I'm saying? But, it's a blessing for me to be where I am today, so I don't mind helping people. It ain't about the money at all. Because if it was, I'd be gone a long time ago. And that's why I get so frustrated when these older cats come up here and they start glorifying when they did time in jail, or they giving all these war stories about the streets on how they robbed this person, shot this person, did that. Man, who cares? So you just fueling these young boys up to think this shit is cool, or these females too, because you got females out here trying to be thugs and gangsters too. So you just sit on YouTube and tell all these war stories, and then at the end you say, oh, I don't live like that no more, though. I'm doing the right thing. It's about saving the kids. If it's really about saving the kids, you wouldn't be telling these damn stories. That's your past. Only people that want to hear that shit is people that never probably been around that shit. I don't want to hear that shit because I live that shit every day. That shit's not impressive to me. It don't make you better than nobody else. You got people that say, oh, you the man, or you tough, or you gangster. Man, nobody want to hear that crap, man. Lucky your ass is alive. And I don't understand how people shout out people that kill people and get out of jail and sit up on YouTube and talk about it, and people send them money. They murdered somebody. Do you think about the family that they murdered? The guy they murdered or the person they murdered, do you think about their family? Do you send them money? You're out here glorifying these dudes that cause so much havoc in the streets, and you sitting up here on YouTube talking about you love them. Never met them personally, physically in your life. You just met them on YouTube, but you love them. You send them money. You say, oh, you the man. Ain't nobody like you. You the best YouTuber. Shit's crazy, man. That's exactly, because we stuck in the 80s. You're right. That's why everybody's surpassing us, just like you said. Because we want to hurt each other, we want to kill each other, we want to talk about each other, we want to bring each other down. We don't support each other at all. We don't support each other at all. Look at all these shootings, man. Black on black. And then people always talk about Black Lives Matter. It only matters when a cop shoots a black person. Why it don't matter when another black person in our own community shoots somebody in our own community? Why black lives don't matter then? It's all a hoax, man. It's all for the screen, man. It's all for the, and I'm going to tell you the bottom line. It's all for likes and views so YouTube can send you that check. That's what it's all about. That's why, get them likes up. You hear motherfuckers, get them likes up, get them likes up. That's all you hear, man. Subscribe to the channel, get them likes up, get them likes up. If somebody liking what you're saying, they're gonna like your stuff anyway. You don't have to keep reminding people to get them likes up. You begging for money. Because if you wasn't getting paid, you wouldn't be doing it, most of them. I don't get paid, I'm still doing it. Yeah, you're right, man. You're definitely right. You're definitely right. You're definitely right, brother. It was a form, yeah, the 90s. We should have recognized all that money was spending with us as a form of reparation. I know, right? Because we ain't gonna never get it. We ain't gonna never get it. Never. Because if we stuck together, we might. If we stuck together, we might. But we don't stick together. Look what happened when Kanye West and Kyrie was going through what they was going through. Everybody want to call them crazy, retarded, or something gonna happen to them. They going against. No, they was going with the grain. It's just all you people that was getting a check from your bosses didn't want to go against the grain because you didn't want to stop that money from coming. So that lets you know what the world is built on. The world built on people getting money and not caring about their own people. Well, black people getting money, getting paid by the Jewish communities, and they don't want to lose their money because they don't want to say the wrong thing. So they go against their own people. Tell you what type of person they are. And that's all I can say about that. I've never been in that situation, but if I was getting millions of dollars and they went against my people for something, I don't think I could just sit back and go against that person because everybody else want to go against them. Like, that's crazy. I would never do that. Yeah, if we knew what we knew back in '88, bro, we would have did the right thing with some of that money. I would have did the right thing with some of that money. But I was just young and free and stupid. That's all I can say. I was just young, free, and stupid. And blew a whole bunch of money on nothing. On the limelight. Hotels, girls, clothes, cars, trucks, casino, highlight at that time, the highlight, crap houses, that type of stuff. Just dumb stuff, man. And I should have knew better, but I didn't because I didn't have nobody to tell me. And that's why I be trying to come up here in hopes. I be hoping just one or two youth could just listen to what I'm saying and understand what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to put nobody down. I'm not trying to talk about nobody. I'm just trying to guide people in the right direction and let them know it's all about building yourself up, man. It's all about education. It's all about learning from people's past mistakes. It's not about being tough. It's not about carrying a gun and shooting people. And then you hear some young kids talking about, well, you got to carry a gun. I'm from that environment. Well, the best thing I can tell you is try to get out of that environment. If you with your girl, you got kids, why don't y'all try to move somewhere out of that environment so you can have a life for you and your kids? I understand some people don't have the means to do it, and it's hard. So, you know what I'm saying? All I can say is try to surround yourself with positive people, because there's positive people in every community. There's positive people in every community. And like the kids that's growing up in Chicago, man, something needs to be done as a whole. A lot of these kids, like I said, they can't just up and move. They don't have nowhere to go. They might have family in other towns or cities, but how they want to take them in? So some of them are stuck in that environment. And if they go outside, they got to have protection because they beef with so many different people. And it's a shame it's like that. That's why I put that on the police force. I put that on the mayor, the governor, whoever, man. They need to come up with some different laws or protect these people. More police patrollers, more jumping out, checking people. The gun laws need to be different. You get caught with a gun, it's not even a violent crime. How is that possible? You're carrying a dangerous weapon. It should be a violent crime. Because if you commit a crime with that gun, it's going to be violent. So how is it not a violent crime by carrying it? They need to change them laws, man. And that's it. I'm gonna try to come up here more, Nesta Global, but it gets kind of frustrating when ain't nobody really tuning in, man. It's like I'm talking to nobody, but I'm talking to one person. That's good. Me and you build and talk. I love it. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? One person, two people, I can have a conversation, man, because that's what it's about, and the conversation is real. It's just about helping the kids, man. I'm about to tune out, brother. I'll probably see you again. Thanks for the support. Love you, my brother. It's your boy J Hood. It's all about saving our youth. I'm out of here.